It's the only thing that I do that allows me to completely forget my troubles, completely get immersed, and if I'm very anxious about something, if I have a lot going on or bad things are happening, it's a way to completely divorce myself from that. And I think it's the only thing. I was trained completely classical, just classical. And of course the piano literature is rich, and then the violin literature is rich. Then I heard Stefan Grappelli on a recording, and I thought, oh my, I really like that. That's what I want to do, so. John Garvey, he said, you need to be playing, let's get you a violin. So I started playing, and then the Square Knot Quartet came along. We played all the time. We played at Jumer's 2 nights a week. I started teaching at District 116, and I did that for quite a number of years. And I loved that. I really liked the idea of being able to model, because a lot of children learn by just watching you. And if you're just telling them what to do or setting their hand and you don't model for them, I think it's much harder. Then I retired from that. Meanwhile, I was the principal second in the Champaign-Urbana Symphony, and then I was moved to concertmaster. And I did that for 21 years. It was particularly hard for me at first because I said to the conductor, but I don't know the orchestral literature. And he said, well, don't tell anyone and let's see how long we can fool them. My husband was a composer at the U of I. We traveled all over the country. I'm not sure I can even think of a state that we didn't play in. He also was a keyboard player. And I have an electronic violin. I had foot pedals that could make me sound like a brass section or a woodwind section, so we would improvise with that. And he had all these orchestras on his DX7. One of my very favorite things to do was play with my son Alex, the bass player, and he passed away in 2014. And he was a really remarkable funk bass player. So he was like, you can do this, Mom, you can do it, just listen. My other son is a flute player and a really great drummer. The most lasting thing in my head, I think, will be the students. Kids that you thought might never musically amount to a hill of beans suddenly just flower. And that's really the most amazing thing, I think. Like someone said, if you were reincarnated, what do you think you were in a former life? I said, the only thing I can think of is a violinist. That's all I can think of.